purse this morning. She came out of there with all them shirts on. She got on 5 shirts. She had on a hat and 2 wigs yesterday. And then I'm sitting there saying, come on now. You just said that you looked at pretty and that you was looking for and everything so clean and you ain't wanting to do. Now you done got in a mood that put the hood on and then tell me, I don't know when I'm going to come out of my spirit. Might be late on, might be. But I'm not going to sit up here and
Come
condone
out of
all of
her
that
what?
foolishness, all her different moods, her personalities. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. What I wanted to
Well, you're
do.
not, you're not, you're not licensed to do that. So she needs to go to a mental health facility.
She don't
You're
want to.
not
She don't
equipped to
want to
deal
do
with
any.
those personalities.
She don't want. She sit there and calls them. It's gotten worse than what we last saw. She sat there last night and told me straight out of her own mouth, my son is in Africa. Albert is not in jail. Okay, you done went to another level. Ain't nobody seen you. You done went to a whole nother level of crazy that ain't that and I'm sitting here looking at you and then she said, yep, that's where he is. He comes back and forth. He comes over here and then he go over there. My son is there. He's doing great. I talked to him and I said, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I just be quiet. But then fine, as long as you're not asking her to take off none of that junk. None of it. And I don't know what she did from the time I left her to today. But yesterday, I even said, well, you smell fresh. And she said, oh, yeah, you ain't gonna never smell me. Woke up this morning, she stank. Went and picked her up this afternoon, she smelled worse. What did you do? Since I left, and then the whole car lawned up. I'm at the car wash right now, and I'm sitting there saying, come on now. You don't want to go in there and get in the tub? No, I'm not doing that. Let me just be who I am. Not, no, 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 you're not. No, you're not. My cold car stank and you're sitting there, I gotta work, and then tell me, well, I want to ride with you. You're not riding anywhere with me, looking and smelling like that, and you won't do anything to help because she wants to argue. She wants to go out here and make a scene. I told her, yeah, this is Bowling Green. They're not gonna let you sit up there in that library like that with all that stuff. Well, I'ma file this then. Are we not doing none of that? We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
And she's not ready to change, so you can't do nothing about that. You just have to separate yourself. Follow the peace. That's all you got to do. Say, Sharon, it was a pleasure with you being here, but I cannot
That's what she
put up with
want.
that.
That's what she wanted. So
Well,
then
if
she
that's
can,
what she wants,
then
give
she
her what she wants.
because she can sit there and say, "I went to my family and they
It
wouldn't even
doesn't
let me
matter
stay."
how she
Mm-mm.
do it in her mind. You should record her behavior, and then you have something to show the people how she acts.
I sat there and said, "How can you sit up here and say that I asked you nicely? I said I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I wasn't trying to do that. I said I understand hygiene is a sensitive subject." I said, but come on, I'm just asking you to change. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to do nothing. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I need to do. This my mental illness. Water make me feel like I don't care about what the water make you feel like. Everybody got something they gotta overcome. I overcame something to come pick you up. I overcame my own mental strategies and barriers. What you talking about, girl? And then you get up here in the house and then sit up there and straight tell me what you ain't gonna do and keep trying to establish residency in her sentences. She real sneaky and conniving. Well, that's my room. Ain't nothing yours. Don't call it yours again. Cause you don't know what she be doing when she be going to them libraries. She did that junk Nirvana and went and sent herself some mail and then come back and say, I've established residency. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you
Well,
won't.
if you know that these are the behaviors, you need to just. It's nothing wrong with her going back what she was.
She done went
Just
she done
come
went and got a whole
with her
3 year
back
bus
up
pass.
hill.
She done went and got
Just
a
say,
$50. She is still a scam artist at heart. That is what Sharon is. She's sitting there in the one day that she done been here, Easter. She done got a 3-year bus pass. She done got a $50 card to McDonald's. She done got, ain't no telling what else she got. And she sit back there and act like she don't have nothing and no money. And then as soon as something go on and you say, well, okay, well, I thought you said you ain't had this. Well, I got this. I got that. She still got bank cards. Sharon is still the same scam artist she always was. She just found a different way to do it and hide behind mental illness. And anything now that go on with her, that's what she keeps saying and bringing up. Oh, well, no, that's not this. It done went to a whole nother level from the last time I
So
done
then
seen
get
her.
her saying that she's mentally ill and she don't like taking baths and stuff. And then look up what you do for people of that nature and what is a facility for them. Now, she got her own words saying that, her own words. And what you can do is say, I'm trying to help you. And so, because you said you can't take baths or you don't like taking baths or it does something to you, the water does, then I went ahead and researched to see what that is, and we can get you some help for that. She'll get out of your house.
She will. She'll run.
She'll get out.
She'll
She'll
run.
get out
She will
because you
run.
play her intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
You take what they say and use the words right there.
Mm-hmm. And she
If
made
that's what she's saying, water makes me do that.
and she made violent. She done start making violent statements. She didn't used to do that. She done
Hmm.
started making violent statements. And I sat there every time I open my mouth because I know she legal like that and I know you don't live here and I ain't told you you can stay here. I said I want you to come see my apartment. Why you won't come and just stay a night? And then this morning she woke up and said, "See, I'm gonna start putting all my stuff in here," and she started moving forward in her plan. That girl is a master manipulator. She
Chris, you
still
need
is
to get
that.
her out of there because you are. She may not know what she's doing, but then you seeing her, she provoking you. You need to just let her go because you can't afford to lose your job that you're doing and your progress.
Mm-hmm.
You tried and it's not working. You can't make somebody take baths. You can't make somebody do whatever. So if she know what to do while you gone getting 3-year bus passes or whatever, she got
In
good
one
sense. So let her
day. I
take care of
said, how
herself.
can you get a 3-year bus pass in one day? Oh, I went to
Let
this
her
church
take
and
care
they
of
did this.
herself.
So they did something else for you too. You still a scam artist. And you want what you want, but you don't want nobody to tell you nothing. She sat there and read all of them Kate Easter. She's actually paying money. She let me see it. That's where her money is really going. And they just taking it, Easter. They just taking it. They is literally taking her money and telling her, yep, you got to come on down here and file this fee. And she is going to file it, Easter. And they know, and the courts is not even answering her. She said the judge told her, you going from state to state filing frivolous claims and nobody is answering her, Easter. She showed it to me her own self last night, and she's still paying money, and they just taking it. They took $405 for her. They just raising the cost because they see that she keep doing it. And I told her, this is ignorant. Look at how they're mocking you and you just keep doing it. And she said, yep, and I'm going to keep filing it because they ain't going to tell me what to do. And I'm going to file this on that one too. And if he don't do this, and I'm going to file this one out. And that's all she doing. And they just taking her money and mocking her. Nobody's doing anything with nothing that she put anywhere, Easter. They're not doing nothing. I seen it with my own eyes. And she finna go and pay $400 more next week out of her check. And to my, I'm gonna pay to file this on this judge.
Well, not at your expense. Not at your
Mm-mm.
expense.
I told her,
You need to go ahead and take her back where you picked her up from. She'll get home. Take her back there. She's smart.
mm-hmm,
Stop looking at her like, oh, she's beautiful. No, she have
mm-mm,
already gotten into your emotions. You need
mm-mm.
to go ahead and say, Sharon, I'm doing this for you and me. And I tried, but I cannot continue to be out of peace because Jesus Christ could come back. So I want you to be in peace in me. And I'm taking you back to Tennessee or wherever it is that you picked up, Nashville. and
Mhm.
then just let her know I love you and I tried. Just because people don't pursue you don't mean they don't love you. You just don't want anyone to help you, and it's okay.
Mhm.
And you can let her know I was like
She
that at
told
one point
she
too.
told me she don't want nothing. She don't want no help. She don't want no place to live. All the resources I gave her, she said I don't want none of that. I ain't doing none of that right now. I'm just focused on winning. I'm winning. Easter, she thinks she's winning, and none of those people are answering her. And she said, I already won this judgment, and I'm going up here and I'm going to take over these stores up here. I'm going to go file on Cheddar's. I'm going to go file on Darton restaurants, and they're paying money,
I
and
would not
nobody.
want to be take it into consideration, even though you don't have to consider your past. I would not want to be with anyone like that under my roof. If I was, I just can't because I'm not like that. And if you're not like that and you don't want people to think you like that,
I,
then
when that,
yes, you want to help her, but she don't want any help.
that's why I said as soon as I meet them people, God told me to ask them, do you want to be well? She doesn't want it. When I showed her cord last night, she said, "Yeah, that stuff like that. I don't need that. I don't need no place to live. I don't need none of that." She done
But
went on
she's
a,
gotten used to being in the street.
and
She
she
knows
like
what
it,
to do,
and she like
and she
it,
likes it.
and she like it.
And she get free stuff, and
And
people
yeah,
feel
and
sorry for
people,
her.
and she like it, and she sits there. That's why she don't want to change them clothes, cause
And she
nobody's
get to
gonna
use
feel.
all her checks for
Yeah,
her
for
cases.
her cases, and beg and bum off of other people, and sit there and
So
look people with all of them things on, and then people say, "Oh, do you need help?" And then because she can talk and because she know legal work, she gets it. She was in Tennessee one day and got a 3-year bus card and a $50 card. How did you get that fast, girl? And say, "Yep, they gave it to me." And so I'm going in here. I'm using this because, see, I tell them about my mental illness. No, you have a mental illness when you want to. If the government said you got to take medicine, you wouldn't want it. They're not making her
so
do
you can't
anything.
get mad at her about that. If she's saying, "Yeah, I got a mental illness and this and that," okay. Then when you come off the recorder, you say, "So you got a mental illness?" Then what's her answer then?
Hmm. It's only when it's convenient and when it's beneficial to her. That's all it is. She don't want to do anything else. She wanted to eat. Oh, Chris, what we gonna eat? Okay, let's go do this. I want this. Yeah, I'm gonna get this to eat. It's that other. She wanna eat. She wanna do all of this stuff. Got her looking behind her and won't give her no shoes or nothing like that. Won't take her socks off. She's saying her feet done got bad and that they real ate up. And so she said she's suing somebody about that. So I said, well, if that's the case, then Sarah, your feet don't have to breathe. No, I'm not doing that. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. Okay, well then, if you sitting up here saying you got all of this stuff going on, and then you just getting up in somebody's stuff with infections and all of that stuff, and you don't want nobody to tell you that, that's just crazy to me. I said, that's insane to do that to somebody when somebody I done been, and she said it this morning, you done been so nice to me. You did what all the other ones um ain't did. Ain't did. Nobody else did that. I said, girl, Easter loves you. Easter loves you. Easter said she put you in a hotel and everything else. What you talking about? This ain't nobody gonna put up with the same thing. One said the same thing. She ain't gonna take no bath. She ain't gonna take no clothes off. Yep. Mm-hmm. She will not. She won't take that stuff off at all. Not even, she got on 5 shirts and had on 2 weeks. I said, Sharon, you gotta take that off. Now she'll put on some hair. And she said, okay, you can come up, put the makeup on, wash your face. How do you want to put on makeup and all of that stuff and won't even wash your face? Wash your face. Go in there and get in the tub. She said, I should. You smell so good and fresh. But Albert the same way. They want to say they in prison. He won't take one either. Want to say every time that it's time to take a bath. Want to say, laugh and say, Albert told us. Because he say that he ain't gonna get in no water, and he know that they gonna tackle him and take him to the shower and hose him down. So Wanda said that's what he say. Sharon don't like to take baths. They ain't got nothing to do with uh no check. She always been like that. And to sit there and I done been so nice and well you want to go here and I still was nice. I still didn't say nothing to her today. I just turned my music up and said I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to argue with you because this is insane. You want somebody to argue so then she could get out in Bowling Green and then go on walking foul. Cause see, I done told her, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that up here. I live here. So you can't come in no small town where somebody live and then go starting all these lawsuits with all these people and then say, oh, she over there at her sister's house. No, no, we not doing that. So then she said, so you saying I can't file nothing while you're here. I'm saying I'll take you somewhere else and help you do whatever you need to do. But I can't believe she is actually sitting up there paying money and her own money, 400 and some dollars, and they just taking it out of spite to her because she keep filing stuff. And so they just done figured we'll fix her. Just tell her come over here, and that's why she just keep going from state to state and just doing stuff because they doing that to her to run up all her money and to keep her with nothing in her pocket. And I seen it just as clear last night. I said, you don't see that they just doing that to you? You don't see that? And she said, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it. A judge said it. And she said, and I told him it ain't had nothing to do. He ain't got nothing to do with my other business. Focus on the case that he doing. They making a mockery of her, and she just still doing it and won't stop. So I'm not gonna hold on. I don't know what happened. So I'm not worried. I ain't upset. I just
Yeah, I would not put you in a situation where your peace is jeopardized. That's not God.
Well, the good thing that I got out of this is when I deal with people like that at core was when they tell you they don't want no help, believe them, because she said she don't want it. When I told her about core last night, she said, I don't like stuff like that. I don't. I mean, it's good, but I don't. I wouldn't go to nothing like that. You wouldn't. I wanted to tell her so bad. You wouldn't have no choice. You either gonna do it or the judge gonna make you go. You're not gonna just live on the street and be a bum your whole
So
life.
if they started putting people like that, incarcerating them because you want to be on the streets, you don't have anywhere to stay. For incarceration, we feed you and we give you somewhere to stay.
That's what they do in California, but they don't keep them by 4 hours. They don't let them be on the street like that.
Because especially if you get a check and you're not capable of going to get a housing, anything like a room or nothing, then you don't have what it takes to be living a life that's human because you're not even taking care of yourself.
And
You're
doesn't
not taking care of yourself.
and she doesn't want to. I tell her, I said, if they told you you got an infection in your feet, then you need to take your socks off. She don't want you to tell her nothing, nothing, nothing. She want you to just let her come in your house, Let her be there, and y'all have all these dumb conversations. When Corey called me this morning, she said, you don't need to be talking to him. Oh, oh, and the whole time I'm talking to him, she back there, oh, need to get him on the phone. Oh, no, I'm going to get him down there. Oh, he did, that one, the M over the Y, did this and that. And so this, that. Because she done blocked out all her children. Her whole life is blocked out. Her whole life is blocked out. She don't register nothing. Mommy's name is my password to something. And so she knew that and said, oh, you got her. Oh, that's no wonder this going on, because this is connected. Oh, that's why. Okay. This She is on a different level when it comes down to reality. And I know that already. But where she has checked out is the fact that you are not going to make her live in society in a normal fashion. You're not. She's not going to bathe. She's not going to change her clothes. She's not going to look normal. She wants to look poor, hungry, beat up, raggedy. She wants to do that, and she wants to lay under that profile and beat and con people, including the United States government, because they're the ones that made her like that by giving her that check. And that is what she used to do everything else that she out here doing. And that is what she's using to file all of these lawsuits everywhere she go. She just waits and think, and then, oh, I'm going to file it like this. And if they don't let me in that library and they say one thing to me, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to file and I'm going to say, and I know you ain't done put me out there and I got a mental illness. They are making her like that. They're making her like that, and they're doing that. And that's what she keeps doing. Playing on that, laying under that, and then just keep filing. And not changing clothes, not bathing, not doing nothing, don't want to talk to none of her children, don't want to do none of that. She want to stay in what she's in. And I just thought, I went, talking to her last night. Now she does have a taste of schizophrenia, because yesterday and today she was two different people, and she even said it today in the back seat. She was two different people, because she said, nope, I'm not. I'm gonna go file my thing, and I'm going back to Tennessee. And then this morning she said, oh, Chris, oh, come on, let me just stay in the room. Yeah, we can do this. Two different things.
I wouldn't be playing with her. I would. You gotta go. I'm not playing with your mind. I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coming in and out of minds and then going crazy 1 minute and you know what you're doing the next.
She
I'm not
know
gonna
she
try to
know
put
what
you
she be
figure you
doing.
out.
She want to come stay. I'm gonna tell you exactly what Sharon want to do. She want to come stay and lay there till she get her check on the first. Don't make me wash the clothes. I don't want to take no bath. I don't want to do nothing. Just I'm gonna lay in my funk. Give me somewhere to stay and let's laugh and dance. You want to dance with all that funk moving? We're not doing any of that. We're not doing none of that, girl. Moving all that stuff around. No. And then she want to get her check on the first, and then she want to leave. That's what she wants to do. I'm telling you right now. I see it. Let me lay in your house and lay around and see what I could stir up and build in Bowling Green. And then once I get done with this, and that's why I said no. She said, I'm going to stay in Bowling Green today. No, you're not. You're going to Tennessee. I bet
Mm-mm.
I bet Bowling Green said could take her all down there. She's telling me I'm finna stay here and move around. No, you're not. You finna go to Tennessee. That's where you finna go. Go down there. Cause Tennessee can handle it. But no, you're not finna start up all of that and then tonight, yeah, so I gotta come here and file. And I said, but what do you need to be in Bowling Green for? She couldn't say it. Cause she don't need to be here. She played dear for that bus ticket to get here, to get up to my house, to do exactly what she did. Let me lay here to the first. After the first, I'm gonna get my check and I'm gonna be back on my own. And bye. And that's how that's gonna be. That's what she want. That's what she want to do. And but see, I said this morning when I was thinking about it. You remember that lady came at my apartment when I first moved in my apartment, and that lady said, she said, is Sharon, I found a bank card with Sharon's name on it. You remember? And no, she said, is this your bank card? And I said, I said, that lady asked me, was that Sharon? Was that my bank card? Was my name Sharon? And I said, no. So I don't know. I don't know how that, if that relate to this or not, but I just know I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm finna go home and go to sleep, and I was finna work a
No,
little
you don't
bit.
need to go to sleep. You need to get her out of your house.
I ain't going to Tennessee tonight.
No, you ain't gonna go to Tennessee tonight. But what she gotta do, I put you in a hotel tonight. That's what I would let her know. But you can't stay in my room because I don't know who you are and I don't know what you're doing. And you ain't gonna be doing stuff in here and I don't know nothing about it. You probably like the company, but it's just I don't like them kind of people around me when you don't know what they're doing because their mind don't stay in one place. And then they thinking you doing something to them.
I mean,
So you can it's up to you
she
though if you
said
want her to stay for tomorrow.
she said she didn't want the help, and she was telling the truth. She said she wanted the help. I mean, she didn't want it. She said that. And I said, well, just come see my house then, and then we'll just hang out for the night. And then she was like, okay. And then this morning, I was thinking, well, she'll go on or whatever. And then so I did feel like it was a burden a little bit because I had to go to work. And so today they got a lot going on in Nashville. They're making a lot of money, and I'm missing that up here doing this mess with her. I could have been making more money to pay my bills with. So, but I came back thinking I'm gonna take her to the store, get up, get her stuff to bathe with, get something to eat, and then go home and go to sleep. And so it's just, I don't know. I'm not apologetic about it. It was a good experience because it let me know when I'm dealing with the homeless people in the future, when they say they don't want the help, you're going to have to get the law involved because it needs to be an ordinance. She wants to live out there like that and use her money to sue people and don't want to pay anything to live. That's what she wants to do.
Mm.
That's what she wants to do. And they don't let it go on that long. Why? And it's done got worse. If they get a check like that, it needs to be mandated. But then you have to take medicine and be going to counseling or whatever else. You have to do it. If you're not going to be compliant, you're not going to get it.
But you would have to go before the board and get the laws to change.
Yeah, it needs to. I mean, I just think that that's ignorant. She ain't the only
And
one
that's what
doing
you
that.
would do. And you would just talk to them and let them know your experience with a person of such mental illness. And you find that from viewing that, the people are just left out here to just do whatever they want with their money from whatever it is. And it's not really their money, it's our tax money.
It's our tax money, and that the government is enabling her to do that, to do what she's doing, to act like that, and to get further and further into the abyss of unhealth. She's getting further and further in it, and then eventually you'd be paying for her to be somewhere else. But all our life, all pretty much all her life, she's been
I
in
mean,
an
if
institution.
they ask her, okay, you're filing these lawsuits, where's your education? What kind of education do you have behind all this? It is none. You're just acting pro se, but you know about law.
She got two whole book bags full of lawsuits and showed me last night. I seen it from my where she is paying cash money. She will not even file indigent. I said, why won't you file? She said, oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You don't file this kind of stuff indigent. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I got the money. I got money. Oh, okay. So then I'm gonna stop listening and playing with you. When I gave her all of that stuff yesterday, where to get somewhere to go, how to get a place, all that, she said,
That's what
mm-mm.
I'm saying.
She
You're
said,
watching yourself all
I
the
don't want
time.
nothing. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do none of that. I ain't in that mode. Y'all gotta understand where I'm at. Y'all try to change people. Okay, they the law done made you like that. They made you because they gave you that check, they gave you that back pay, and they ain't got no requirements on it. And you just getting money and waiting and use their money to sue them. That's why they taking it because they know it's theirs, and she ain't got no peace with it, and she don't even see that. Hello, sir.
What's
Let
your
me
name?
get a Cobb salad, Crystal,
Crystal.
Crystal, a Cobb salad with 5 packs of crackers. And can I have medium Mountain Dew with that to drink? And then uh, 2 Garden Herb Ranch dressings. And that's it.
Medium Mountain Dew. I don't.
Easy.
Do we have?
It's
No,
mellow yellow.
mellow yellow.
Yeah.
And then what was the part?
The 2 Garden Herb Ranch
Garden herb
dressings.
ranches.
Yes. And that'll be all.
All right. So it was 12.49.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Hope you have a good day.
You too, sir. Yeah, I told her, and I know I talked to her with good sense because I prayed. And I asked the Lord how to tell her that she needed to take a bath. As soon as she got in the car, it was a whole different smell. I said, what in the world did she go do? In that little bit of time I was gone, the whole car lined up. And you going to sit up there and tell me I ain't doing nothing. Oh, and you stink and being biggity. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're not going to do this. We ain't. I'm going to have me I need a break. Because I don't want to put you out, Sharon. You already know I go there with you. I don't want to do that. So let me just go talk to the Lord. Let me call Easter because she's our older sister. Let me figure out where we at in this thing. And then ask the Lord
All
for.
you can do is let her go. Let her do and let her be persuaded. That's what the Word of God says.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hold her captive. You can't make her stay there. You can't make her bathe. You can't make her change clothes. All you can do is keep your peace, hold your peace, and follow peace. That's it. It ain't nothing else to be said. God is the witness. You see what's going on. You see your heart. You see her heart. You know what you're trying to do. You know what she wants. So then he puts it in your heart on what to do. And you do what your heart say.
Mm-hmm.
Let her go. Take her back there. You do that. And you don't look back and don't feel guilty. God
Mm-mm.
got the rest.
Yeah, cause she told me
That's the way
again.
you have to
She
handle her.
got when she got mad this morning. She wants to do what she want to do. When I told her I'm going to work, and she disruptive. Last night I had to go to bed. She said I want something to drink. Then she acted like she really didn't want me to take her to the store, but she really did want me to get up at night, and I had to go to work. So I got up and I went to the store. Then I got up. I had to go to work this morning. Then when I got had to go to work, she said, "Well, I thought I was gonna go with you all day." No, I changed my mind. I don't want to be bothered. I gotta work and focus on my work. I don't want to focus on my work and you too. I did that yesterday, and I was aggravated. And she told me, "I thought we had a great day," and that's what you thought. I was aggravated, listening to all her talk, all her armies, all her different letters, and I'm working. No, I need peace today. I'm going to work, live my normal life. We're gonna have a break.
Hold
You,
on, Chris. Hold
mm-hmm.
on. Let me see if Lana on the way. Hold on.
Okay. So
Okay, I'm back.
yeah, so I said, I ain't gonna get into all of that. and I told her I would see her later on. I've got to get down there by the time the library closed. And then when I see her, I'm just gonna say, you know what, I just should have, left you. I ain't gonna even say all that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
practice what
because
I'm
you
gonna
don't
say.
know what you're going to say.
When the
God
Lord
will
give
give
it,
you the
yeah, He'll
words to
give me the
say.
words.
Hmm.
But
And you
she,
don't feel guilty about it. You just do. You know, sometimes we don't uh, do what we think we should have done. Who said that was the good thing to do?
hmm but see, I'm
Sometimes we have
glad I
our
did
own
it
mind.
because see, I'm glad I did because the Lord,
Hmm.
the first thing in court is asking the people, do they want to be there? What do you want? If it's not in their desire, it ain't gonna work. She don't have the desire. I'm trying to make her have the desire. She don't have it. She said
That's
it.
what I'm telling you. That is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I'm going against the
So
word, the God
what you're
is
doing
in
is in
vain.
vain.
It's in vain.
Hmm.
Because her
Yeah.
desire, I don't want to live normal. I don't want to live like you. I don't want to have an apartment. She wants none of that. She
So
said that.
then now you feel better when you put her out. This is her desire. It may make you sad, but at the same time, that's how Jesus Christ is. He has better things for us. But sometimes we choose the worst thing and we think it's the right thing.
And we
And
have to
it
have
makes
it.
him sorrowful.
And we have to have the desire. And she told me she
You have
don't.
to.
She
Because he
told
said,
me,
whatsoever things you desire
mm-hmm,
when you pray. So if you're not praying, you're not desiring. And
mm-hmm.
that's why you don't have anything.
She told me she don't want that. She said, I looked at that. I don't really want any of that. I mean, y'all, I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm getting money. And when I get this money right here, I'm telling you, you going to say she real manipulative. Very. She still got that in her. And she said, oh, see, when I show you this paperwork right here, you going to say, Chris and Sharon, I'm going to take you up there to get your check. It's no check. Nothing, no win in there. Nothing. I don't know what she was talking about. There's no win. They basically is mocking you and letting you go around here keep filing stuff, and they purposely taking your money, purposely doing it, purposely doing it. The court won't even answer her. They will not even answer her, Easter. They're not even answering her. I saw it. She filed about 15 to 30 times in a row. The court will not even answer her. So why is you still doing it? And she still said, I said, so you don't see anything wrong with that? And she said, no. And I'm gonna file. I'm going all the way to the districts of the district. I'm going to the chief judge. So you just keep writing people. You're just gonna keep doing it, and they letting her do it, and that's why she keep traveling around. They are doing it to her on purpose, taking her money, knowing she get a check, and knowing that she gonna come down and file. And they saying, yeah, and so you need to file this again, and the fees is gonna be $405, and they just keep doing it, and she keep paying it, and they keep taking it. She's not getting no justice at it at all. They're not even moving anything that she's doing forward. She's wasting money, and I seen it for myself last night, and she won't stop. She won't stop. And I told her last night, you just need to let it go. Just let it go. And don't do anything else. And she said, oh, no, no. I said, and you don't think if your cases are really that good, then why you won't give them to a real attorney and let them fight it since you done already started this? She said she ain't doing that either. I said, okay, well then I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna leave that alone. So, but I can't believe it. I mean, I can, but I can't. It's still the same old, same old. It was that way the last time when she was up here with me and Ketchup. She did the same thing. Would not take a bath and was in the living room talking to herself in the middle of the night, and Ketchup had to go to work. She did the same thing. And then she came back again. I let her come back again after that when it was just me. Same thing. Would not take a bath, and that's when her leg was leaking, and she wouldn't take a bath. Still same thing.
This is
So
shame.
I don't know. I think that what you said is right. How far does the government let mental health go before they step in and make people go to counseling or do something else, especially if they getting a check? What you giving them a check for if they ain't got no stipulations on it? You
That
basically
money,
be
that money could be used to help the elderly.
yeah, you're
Put it
being
to some good use.
yeah, you're being an enabler because you letting
You
her
know the
go out here.
elderly is going to take care of their home and their bills and do what's, give it to them. They're just wanting to stay out on the street. They done been out on this for what, 6 years? They haven't established anything.
Mm-mm.
I think if they put a motion, if you're not in a house, if you don't have food,
Mm-hmm.
if you begging off, we're going to cut your substance off
Yes, I
because
agree.
apparently you're not
Then it's a
doing anything or want to
misappropriation
do
of
nothing.
funds. Yeah, I bet you if you
And I
threaten
think
her, I bet you if you threaten her with going to jail about that, you stealing from the government and acting like something wrong with
mm,
you, but you won't get no help. I bet you if they do it like that, she'll stop.
exactly.
She wouldn't want it no more. She wouldn't want it no more.
And a
If
lot of
they flip
people
that,
will don't wouldn't want it no more because they'll be like, oh, just like they did AFDC.
mm-hmm,
You keep having these babies and thinking we gonna pay you.
mm-hmm.
It's the same
It's the
way
same
with
thing.
this.
They just done came up with PTSD, all these different stuff, and then she is sitting up here saying, "This is an illness that came from the army." What army?
No,
What
she never
army?
been in no army, and she said nobody knows what army man. She said she been with. I've been with an army man. I ain't got nothing from George.
What she went and did was found a way, the law, to manipulate and beat that system with getting a check. And since she know they already say something wrong with her, she felt like, fine, this is the best way to do it. And they gave it to her. They gave it to her. But there's nothing that's making her, she don't have any requirements. None. She don't have to go to
If it's
counseling.
army condition, you have to meet something.
You got to do something. Why are we just giving you this? You can, if you can get on these buses and fly and do all this stuff and go
And you
sue
know where
people
you're going.
and know where you going, know how to turn down help, know how to flim flam, know how to count money, know how to sue. She put in one of them lawsuits, them people is laughing at her. She's smart on one hand, but they is laughing. She is suing somebody Easter for $1 trillion. I saw it in writing. I said, "Did you file that?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Does that say $1 trillion, Sharon?" She said, "Yes, that's what I'm owed because I went all the way back. See, when you have a disability, you could go all the way back." I said, "Oh my God." I said,
Mhm.
them people is laughing at her and taking her money and laughing at her.
Mhm.
She said as soon as she filed the case, the next day the judge dismissed it and didn't give her money back. I said, "You can't see that they mocking you. You can't see that, and you're still paying money to do it instead of leaving all of that stuff alone." And she said, "See, no, you do that. You need to let me file. No, I don't need you filing anything. We're not filing nothing in Bowling Green. Nothing. Nothing
Mhm.
is going to be filed here in Bowling Green." And you absolutely right. I'm going to take her back before Monday because that's all she doing is laying around here to get to them courts. You're not going to get to them
So
courts.
what I want to know is how did she get to apply for an army condition because she's never been a soldier.
She had to lie.
Now, here when I look it up, it's a breakdown of what an army condition typically means across different categories. It's medical and physical fitness conditions. These are talking about soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she led them to believe that she was in the army and they didn't ask no questions because she knew about the terminology army condition, then she may, you because this doesn't say anything about their wives or anybody like that. So I would like to know how did she even get in that?
I'm gonna ask her today. What is the title of this disease that you're talking about? You got this illness. What is it? How you get it? and where you went, because you weren't married and nobody no
She
military.
said she went with an army man. I done went with an army man. I don't have no army condition.
She's using PTSD. And
George has PTSD. You have to prove that.
I think that I think if they not setting her up with that, I think then I don't know. I think they setting her up with it, to be honest with you, because I can't know you ain't been that. And she said that yesterday. It came from the army. If you went down there and told them people that, they gave you that money on purpose, and they setting you up with it, because she said that yesterday. And I said, you ain't been in no army. So
Mhm.
where did you get them from?
It can refer to several different things depending on the context, as the military uses structured conditions to classify